And I think we're live. We're live. I didn't see the countdown. Oh, you have your glasses. Over your glasses.
Oh, yeah. See,
cool.
it's very dramatic.
It's very...
Really throws people off when you have the glasses on and you're like, what? What?
So we're actually on the plus side, or the early side of our normal
first time ever,
right?
Almost. Maybe we have opened a couple of times early, but that's pretty rare.
Yeah, but we're also going to be shorter today.
We are mini-so today.
Yeah, that's on point and on message. So we're here. Isaac, RG, Jordan will be here shortly. Kurt on assignment today. And I'll be on assignment. That's where we're having to wrap up early. You're heading to
Crown Point.
Maryville, Crown Point area.
Yep.
So we're all there. I'm still trying to catch up with getting us, making sure we're online.
Yep. But we are here.
Looks like my cousin is watching now. How did he get on there so quick?
And he was ready to watch it.
It's like camping on it.
I don't know if you know this. I bet there's people out there who are just waiting for us to come on. They're like,
where are they?
Come on,
where are they?
wait for CCSK.
Nice.
So when we come on 5 minutes late, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So anyway, we're at Misbehaving Means and we're inside.
We are inside.
And part of the reason why we're inside is it's quicker for our setup, quicker for our tear down, and we're on a tight schedule. But the what was the other reason? Maybe that was it.
That was pretty much it. Because it's beautiful out there.
Oh, because it's really nice out. Yeah,
it's very nice.
I would say the other reason that I didn't want to go outside is that I wouldn't have been able to leave. Because I would have just settled in and been here for far too long. So,
especially after what do you have today?
Heading to an orchestra concert at Emmanuel Lutheran Church, since you can't get to school.
Yeah,
the high school, Valparaiso High School, is still a construction zone.
Jordan,
practically.
Yeah,
we are. We started a tick early.
You guys started early.
Yeah, just a little bit. Because we knew we were ending early. So. But yeah, you entered, you came right through. I'm on the delayed check-in, and so you just entered. So fun stuff. So anyway, we were just talking about the fact that so I'm heading to orchestra concert, Buffalo Orchestra. Mm-hmm. This might be their final. I can't remember their final shows.
Yeah.
So off to Emmanuel Lutheran on the north side, near north side of town.
There you go.
So how have you been?
Good. I'm fasting. So
it's
Ramadan.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
So I haven't had any food or water.
How you feeling? And you have to wait. You have a couple more hours, right?
Yeah. It's only about 8:15 tonight.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I'm okay, surprisingly. First couple of days.
How long does it go?
A month.
Oh wow.
I'm a little thirsty, but
you can't have water.
No
either?
water.
Wow, I didn't know that was the
actually
case.
No food or no water from sun up to sundown.
I knew it was sun up, sundown. I forgot it was a month.
Yeah. The first couple of days, when you make it to the meal at night and you've done the whole day, it's very empowering. You feel you feel like, wow, I can do it, because everyone tells you how hard it is, and you're like, that's going to be so hard, and you can't even have water. And then when you do it, you're like, wow, I can do it. I can achieve it.
I remember the first time I ever heard about this was I was a fan of the Houston Rockets when Hakeem Olajuwon was playing, and the playoffs would fall right in the middle of this time, and he would fast. I mean, how do you go play an NBA championship game or playoff game and not eat all day?
Right.
But he did. It was pretty cool to have that level of commitment.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Well, I'm no athlete, but
I'm no athlete.
Well, you ran down from Chicago pretty fast,
I did.
I
did get here fast.
Yeah.
So I'm heading off. Kurt has already headed off to a musical event with
his own
child.
Yeah.
And you've got to head off as well?
Yep.
You're here in a few minutes. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
The mini are my favorite.
The mini-so.
That's
right. I love the mini-sos.
Yeah. We should have had mini eclairs and we shouldn't have. So it probably works out.
Oh, can you imagine? We get a whole food
really
spread
hard.
for the mini.
Minis.
It's like, that's a shame.
And I love
one
snacks
mini corn dogs and just
everything mini.
Yeah.
Great.
So we were talking about what we were going to talk about today was maintaining your cool when working with when dealing with the law, and that runs the gamut whether you're an attorney in court, or whether you're getting pulled over by the police.
Yes,
because you can control only so much, but you can make it bad quickly if you take it the wrong way. And I remember one of my professors when we were in law school said, "Look, you're no cooler than anybody else. Doesn't matter what your title says or what your little post-comma letters are. You walk into the clerk's office, you don't go to the head of the line. And you don't show them up, and you don't, because they ultimately, the clerk's office controls a whole lot. The clerk of a court controls a whole lot. If you go in there and start grandstanding or
you go
cooler
nice,
than you are.
You bring them cookies.
Right. I often wondered, can I bring cookies or something to the court?
I think if they know you well enough, you can. But
I'm just wondering, would it be considered is it like
bribery?
Ex parte?
Are you going up? So ex parte, that's when you have communication. The hearing.
Yeah.
Bring them into the judge so you've been listening to my case. Got these video players here.
As I've said to people, I have found myself in real messy probate circumstances, and not because it's argumentative, it's just like one side. One side is just a mess. But one of the magistrates had been on vacation, and we were waiting for some stuff to come through, and I'd gone up to the court just to kind of see it. Did I do something wrong? Because that's always where I start. What did I do wrong?
No.
Why is this delayed? And she said, she's on vacation.
Called to the principal's office.
Right. So the magistrate she walks around, and I was at lunch at Ricochet, and all of a sudden I hear this voice like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hey, you're back.
Oh, nice.
Welcome back from vacation." And I said, "I left you a mess." And she goes, "Nope, already signed it. It's done." I'm like, awesome, right? She goes on vacation forever. She's done. She's not gonna hold me to too high of a level. But yeah, it was super helpful because I was really in a bind with some situations where people hadn't planned, and we were trying to wedge some things together late. But anyway, so again, went in, threw myself on the mercy of the.
And I found too, especially with big city clerks, clerks work in really busy courts in the cities. Oftentimes they can, they can sometimes be not friendly. And the best approach is just kind of to be really nice and almost not play dumb, but be like, "Oh, okay."
I play dumb.
If you don't go in, if you don't go in trying to boss them around or telling them what to do, the nicer you are, the more helpful they can be. And if you're like, I
think the big word here is understanding.
Right.
Understand the position that they're coming from. Right. It's not that they think they have. Maybe there are clerks out there with big heads who think they're all kinds of powerful, but most of them, they're doing their job, and they're getting paid for that, and they're getting bombarded all the time.
And they often have to deal with attorneys who don't treat them.
They don't treat them well, and they are the ones who run that court. The court system, that's run. I keep pointing to the court itself.
The building's
the building's right there, but they are the lifeblood of that, and they really run it. Go in there with some understanding and some courtesy, and I always do with it, whether it's the county building where we're dealing with the assessors, the auditors. I mean, I go in there with the understanding they have a lot on their plate, and if something goes wrong, oftentimes it's out of their control, but they're doing their best to help you in an efficient manner. It might not always be the most polite way, but I actually have had multiple clerks or county people where as soon as I express them, look, I understand that you're just a messenger here, and I'm not here to kill the messenger. I know you've got a lot on your plate, so I really appreciate you helping me. That right there, you can see the change. But if you go in there and you start demanding things, you start laying things out, I guarantee they're going to remember you, and it's going to be so much more difficult for you to get anything done. Do not go in there ever yelling. Go in there, understand, even if it was their mistake, even if you think that it's their mistake or it's their mistake, you go in there still giving them the benefit of the doubt and being courteous and understanding and kind of pointing these things out and asking questions. Do you think this? And sometimes they'll realize what's going on with it, and just work with them on it. Never will help anything if you try to push it, force it, or yell.
Good life lesson.
Good life lesson, yeah.
Well, and so there's Professor Dean after brought us over here, and she did a lot of work with the clients. She's at the courts all the time. But so we went to the clerk's area there, and then we went to Judge Bradford's court, and we didn't talk to Judge Bradford. We talked to his staff.
Oh yeah,
so
great staff by the way. I love Judge.
Yeah, and so it was the bailiff and the recorder. Is that her? What's that called? The recorder.
I know. Do you know what's funny? I know.
Transcribes the whole thing.
Yeah.
Recorder.
Yeah. Were you saying recorder?
I would say recorder. I had recorder in my mind. I've been writing deeds all day. And then, the person that does meet people at the front desk. And so they just said, hey, here's our experience. And called out, not people by name, but called out people that they're not necessarily as happy to work with as other people. And here's why this is a problem, or here's what people, and so that's, again, it supported what Professor Ginetti told us. But just hearing it, firsthand, people really do that. I mean, I guess I don't try to be that way. I'm sure there's times when I'm maybe a little not friendly as possible.
Sure, you can get stressed.
But even as a person, I mean, like you said, it's a life lesson. I mean, you know, come in here and get boisterous and angry about stuff.
And even if you do,
we got a glass
with a baseball bat, this is amazing. But that'll take the edge off. You
don't
have to be so mean at people.
But yeah, so that's.
I'm kidding. Don't get drunk before court.
Don't do that.
Please don't ever drink before court. I've seen that. It does not go well.
No. In fact, you're hanging yourself in that situation.
100%.
Don't go pay child support after drinking. There's a sign. You can be taken. You could be arrested for. I don't know if it's considered contempt or what, but
maybe contempt because you're in the court, but also public intox within itself.
Yeah,
you're literally walking up to a public official saying, "Hey, I'm hammered."
Yeah, and you tend to probably not be as on your best behavior when you're in that. Maybe a little shorter in your attitude, maybe a little bit more demanding. But either way, it's again. I think if you start with that premise of let's start with I'm going to be on my best behavior. And again, we go back to even if you're not an attorney, you just get pulled over, and that's always a perplexing situation because it's like, okay, what did I do wrong? Last time I was pulled over,
my rights.
Right. Last time I was pulled over, I could not figure out why on earth I was pulled over.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I got pulled over was far more inconvenient if he would have pulled me over a block sooner. And he had been behind me long enough he could have done that. Small town thing, And he asked me what I did wrong. I'm like, no, I have no clue what I did. I wasn't speeding. I didn't run a light. Yeah. I didn't run a stop sign.
My hair okay?
Right, I know. I'm like, no, can you tell me what I did? And he explained that I had gone straight through a turn lane because I went around a car that had checked up real quick to turn right without signaling.
Oh.
And so rather than slam on my brakes or plow on the back of him, I went around him, which was one of those middle lanes that are supposed to be for turning.
Oh.
And
how dare?
I know.
I
got out and I just laid on the car and my friends take me to jail. But he did. I think it was also sort of maybe it was late at night, so maybe it was like
a reason to check
drinking or whatever else it might be.
A cop cannot pull you over without at least some reason for pulling you over.
Yeah,
that's one of the rights. That doesn't mean you need to get snotty with him and start calling him out on it. But if you have a legitimate concern about it, the way to take that up is not to belligerently argue with him at that point. It's to maybe express your concern, and then if he doesn't give you a good reason or a reason that you don't believe, then you can contest it afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't sit there and argue with a police officer. The police officer, again, even if they do have a power struggle or something like that, which a lot of them don't, a lot of them are there just doing their job. The best place is not to contest it with them immediately. The best place is to take it up afterwards. Even though I'll say even better than that, even though I use the word best, even better than that is prevention as much as you can. If they really did pull you over for no reason, you can contest it. And if you want questions about that, you ask Kurt, because he'll be able to answer all those questions.
They take you out and start asking more questions. Do not answer.
Yeah.
Say you want an attorney.
If they hold you for too long, there's a stop, which is fine to stop.
Yeah, stop and go ahead and answer those questions.
Answer those questions at a stop. But if they kick you out of the car and they formally hold you up, as in arrest you, that arrest doesn't necessarily mean handcuffs, but they hold you for a substantial period of time, it's okay to say, you know what, I want to not answer any other questions until I talk with my attorney.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to say that.
Yeah.
Again, though, as soon as they pull you over and they say, "Do you know I pulled you over?" You don't have to say, "I'm going to wait for my attorney."
Right. No, don't do that. Answer the questions if I don't know.
I'm taking the fifth. Well, it doesn't apply in your car.
Hold on, it's just a stop.
You can't take the fifth in your car.
Yeah.
Don't get overly defensive or offensive as soon as you're pulled over.
You don't also have to admit to everything either.
No.
There's that scene in Liar Liar where he's like, it's bad, like blah 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 blah, and I have 1,000 parking tickets. So
I love that movie.
Always answer questions that are asked appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to give more information than is asked. You don't have to over-explain. You just, if it's a yes/no question, it's a yes/no answer.
Yep.
Although one of my favorite questions, and I use this all the time, especially if you're going to court and someone's going to be cross-examining you. Basically, the other attorney's going to ask you questions. But even this, you know what time it is? Don't tell me the time. I asked, do you know what the time is? That's a yes or no question.
There you go.
The answer is yes if you know the time. It's no if you don't know the time. Don't tell me the time.
Right.
I didn't ask you that question.
Exactly.
I said, do you know what time it is? Yes, I do.
Then the answer is, does anybody really know?
Time is an illusion. It's a man-made
Maybe a song
construct.
from Chicago from the 70s also. So a little before
Did that
as
go?
it's time.
I knew
No,
that.
you picked
I
it up.
think it went over as
Right.
it said.
I was thinking of a
If only we could
Philosophical.
phase out with
philosophical.
Right,
that song.
exactly.
I went
Let me
existential
prove
with it.
Right. I have it on my computer actually.
I think it's best that we play that. But
I keep reaching for glasses everywhere and grabbing.
I was wondering what you're doing.
So yeah. Anyway, so
What
does anybody really know what time it is?
Does anybody really know what time it is?
Anyway,
The tip today is to keep your cool anytime you're dealing with a public official or an attorney or a cop, which both fall into public officials, but like clerks, the recorders, the assessors, anybody that you're dealing with. Reasonableness goes a long way because even if you have a problem with one of them at that point, if you ever appeal the decision, the next higher up will look at the reasonableness of your decisions. If you lash out, if you act extremely emotionally and don't handle it well, the higher premise is going to know this.
Speaking softer.
This is the tip from today.
Hit the post.
Feel free to hit us at CCSK Law.
CCSKLaw.com. Jordan, Isaac, RG, thanks for watching our little mini-sode. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye.
I was waiting for
this.
Gonna wait for the vocals to come up.
I'm sorry.
Really?
That was me.
Real nice.
It is really delicious though. When the sun goes down, party it up
Already done with the baseball bat.
with the baseball bat. Yes. Nice.
Yeah.